right, it's time. It's time for the new project car reveal.
Pardon me and my tone. You can't step to my throne. They ain't working like me. I did this on my own. I don't know. I'm a monster. Somebody call a pastor, doctor. I got a 6 sense for imposters, so now I'm coming for the whole roster. It's not a game, why you playing with me? You could double back, lose track, try and hang with me. It must be in my veins, something you can't tame, cause I break the chains. Can't control me. I got the power, I got the keys, cause I break the chains. They try to hold me, I'ma push back. Just wait and you'll see.
That inline 6 sounds so good. Sounds so sick. We're gonna go have a chat in the car. There's a Type R. Pretty much stock at this point. There's a Supra. It's windy as hell. Let's get inside. All right, hopefully you guys can see me okay. So we are inside my brand new 2021 Toyota Supra. Now, I know it's already gonna come up, so let's just get it out of the way. Yeah, it's a BMW. And you know what? I don't care. I am a car enthusiast. What I look for in a car, especially one that I'm going to be tracking as heavily as I am this car, is vehicle performance. That's what I'm looking for. And in short, this car has so much potential, okay? So much potential. Power levels stock in the 2021 Supra are similar to the power levels that I had in my Type R right before I parted it out. So 385 wheel-ish horsepower in the 2021. The Type R was right around that same number to the wheels. The difference being this is rear-wheel drive, that's front-wheel drive. You know, best handling front-wheel drive car ever produced, no doubt. This is a different platform and one that I see breaking my current lap time records. At least that's the goal. Now, having said that, with the lap times that I set in the Type R, those are some pretty lofty goals, but I believe it can absolutely be done in this car. My goal here is to just do, for now, suspension and aero mods. I'm just looking for grip. I'm going to keep the power level stock for now. Part of that is also because the 2021 ECUs are not unlockable yet. Someone hasn't figured out a way to unlock the ECU, but I'm sure that's coming. So, interesting little fact that some of you may not know about the 2021 Supra. This is a Toyota designed by BMW, built in the same factory that the Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon is built in. That's a lot to think about, okay? The company that was commissioned to build this car is named Magna Steyr. Magna Steyr is the international division of Magna International. Magna Steyr is responsible for building dozens and dozens of different models over various manufacturers, including Mercedes-Benz, BMW, Toyota, Dodge. You know, there's many different brands that they've been commissioned to build cars for. And without going into too much about Magnus Steyr, I can tell you that as a car enthusiast, we should all be excited that two great car brands, Toyota and BMW, have come together with Magnus Steyr to develop a car like this. I know there's going to be haters out there saying this isn't a real Supra, this isn't a real Toyota, blah, 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 blah. Well, all that aside, I can't overstate this enough. I don't care. I'm going after the raw product and what this vehicle is capable of and the full potential. That's what I'm looking at. A little bit more on the collaboration with Toyota and BMW on this car. As car enthusiasts, we should all be very grateful that this has come together. It is becoming less reasonable for one single manufacturer to spend the development money it takes to develop a car like this on this level and still make money from it without charging ridiculous amounts of money, like 100,000 plus range. The Supra being, you know, these MSRP land at around the $58,000 range, you know, 56 to 58 for the 3.0 premium, give or take. You know, some dealerships are still asking for a markup on these cars. Used examples are still selling for more than MSRP, and that's probably more of a reflection of what's going on in the car market right now, given the short supply of vehicles in general. So that might be a little bit inflated, but still not ignoring the fact that to get anywhere within the 50 to 60,000 or below price point and develop a car like this is not an easy feat. If one manufacturer were to make a car in this price point that can perform at this level, they would absolutely be losing money selling cars at this price point to develop something like this. So I can't overstate this enough. I'm very grateful that Toyota and BMW came together for this project. Now, a little bit about why I chose the 2021 versus the 2020 and the very specific way I wanted to buy this 2021. I didn't go with the 2020 because, well, a couple of different reasons, but the used car prices on the 2020 were the same as you know, almost the same as brand new car prices, so that didn't really jive with me very well. And I wasn't planning on tuning the engine right away, but I did want the additional power that the 2021 had. So tuning was not as important to me right off the bat. There were a couple of other improvements on the 2021 versus the 2020. I'm not a massive fan of the, you know, exhaust fart popping noises that the 2020 had more of than the 2021. I think the exhaust on the 2021 sounds fantastic. You know, so there's a couple of things. Handling dynamics, the chassis has been stiffened up front on the 2021 a little bit more than the 2020. So less of the oversteer dynamics that you get out of the 2000, less snappy, if you will. It's still oversteery, but not as snappy as the 2020. So, looking for a 2021, after doing a lot of research, I also wanted to be very careful about some people having experienced heavy oil consumption in some of their 2021 Supras, to the point that some people were having their engines replaced under warranty because of heavy oil consumption. Now, let me clarify, because BMW engines, which is what this is, it's the updated B58 that can also be found in the BMW M4. BMW engines are just naturally known to consume oil, but within reason. We're talking about 1 liter in, 5 to 6, 7,000 miles. That's considered normal for a BMW M engine. Some people in their 2021 Supras have been seeing more like 1 liter every 1,100 miles, every 1,500 miles, which is way too much. And that's spread across different people who broke in their engines very differently. Some drove it like they stole it off the lot from day one. Some babied it. Some did it by the manual. Some waited until 1,200-1,300 miles before gassing it, and they were still seeing those heavier oil consumptions, which is probably my biggest concern when buying this car. So my game plan, which worked out absolutely perfectly, was to find a slightly used 2021 Supra with 1,100 to 1,300 miles on it, just long enough to get past that break-in period, but not show any signs of heavy oil consumption. So that was a tall order to ask for and a tall order to fill, but lucky, very, very, very lucky for me, I had a close friend that actually owned this very Supra before I did. I wanted the nitro yellow. I wanted a 2021. I wanted one that was slightly used so I can keep track of the oil consumption. And that's exactly how this all went down. He had the car for a few months. He's a little bit older, so it's a little bit tough for him to get in and out of the car. He decided this car is probably a little much for him at this point in his life. So perfect. I step in. Before I committed to buying the car, I checked the oil consumption and the oil level over a couple of weeks. When he would bring it in, I would check the oil consumption, and everything checked out. The car, when I took it over, had 1,100 and change miles on it. I got a very fair deal on the car. He got his money. I got my car in the color that I wanted with no oil consumption issues, and I couldn't be happier. It absolutely went perfect. So here is my baseline car that I am extremely excited about. I'm glad I'm getting this video out to you guys now, because I've already got parts for this car piling up in my house, guys. It's bonkers. Like, it's happening. It's seriously happening, and it's going to be happening quite a bit faster than it did on the FK8, which is fine by me, because I want to get this car out on track and really find out what kind of times I can put down in this thing. So that wraps up today's video. I wanted to get this video out to you guys to show you what my next project car is. I hope you are as excited as I am to get this car out on track, start building it. Thank you for watching. That's it for today's video. Until next time, stay hungry, stay fast, stay tuned. I'm Michael Baxi, and I'm out.
Okay, I've been working like 3 jobs. Probably why I never see ya. Probably why I never have time for the fake friends I won't be ya. Oh God, I've been running now. Up early when the sun is out. Not setting out my own soul, but those real ones, they coming out. Oh look who's reaching out. Old friends wanna feature.